Well, imagine walking to school with your mother and then all of a sudden that option is taken away. Well, that's the story behind one Rancho preteen who, thanks to the city, is regaining her independence. Here's Conchetta DeLuco.
Katrina Mole is your typical 12-year-old. Funny, energetic, smart, and if you ask her what her favorite subject is in school, she'll give you a typical response.
What's your best subject?
Oh my God, I don't know. I like math and history and a little bit of science, depending on what we're doing. It depends.
What makes Katrina Katrina is that she is a triplegic with cerebral palsy. But what makes her unique is her drive and will to not let anything get in her way of being an independent young lady.
Being able to walk to school was one of the big pieces that she wants, because that shows to her that she is just as independent as every other kid at school. That's what she wants in life.
Katrina was challenged when she moved from Los Amigos to Alta Loma and started attending Banyan Elementary. Used to walking to school every day with her mom, unfortunately when she moved to the Upper Rancho region, she was unable to use her wheelchair or walker to get to school because of the lack of curb ramp.
And when we first moved here, it was the summertime, so we were walking around looking for things and went to walk from home to the school. And we couldn't, not without putting her in the street. Because if you took the sidewalk, you couldn't get from the sidewalk to cross the street.
When her usual commute did not seem possible, Katrina and her mom resolved to using the bus system until Banyan Elementary's principal, Mrs. Benson, stepped in, contacted the city, and got the existing curb ramp project, slated for 2018, bumped up on the list of things to do.
This kind of presented a difficult situation because she was out there in the traffic in the street, and the school didn't want to see her doing that, and neither did we. So they were actually sending a van out there to pick up the student to come to school, as well as to go to back home. Upon hearing this, we kind of took this information back and really wanted to find out, how could we help empower this girl who was already wheeling herself and kind of had that taken away. How do we re-empower her so that she was able to safely get to and from school without having to rely on transportation?
The initiative to step up the timeline for the project not only comes out of necessity for a young girl in need, but based on the continuing efforts of the City of Rancho's Healthy RC Initiative and Safe Route to School program.
The city is really focused on how do we design our streets, how do we design our neighborhoods, how do we design our community for all ages of all users. So whether you're in a wheelchair, whether you're in a car, whether you're riding a bike, whether you're on a skateboard, how do you get from point A to point B, regardless of your abilities or chosen mode of transportation?
Shortly after the issue was brought to the city's attention, within a few short weeks the curb ramp was installed and the results have been met with resounding praise.
So when we first learned the curb cut was there, it was really nice to see that somebody cared about what mattered. For me, mattered just for my daughter, but I knew it mattered for more than just my daughter, that it matters in a bigger picture in the world, that everybody has that accessibility. And just simple as I see parents walking their students to school every day, and parents with a younger sibling in a stroller. And now that parent can finish that walk and not have to take that stroller into the street, or not have to take that stroller down the big curb. That accessibility applies to all, whether we have a special need or not.
And the biggest fan of this road improvement is, of course, Katrina.
I like it because now most of my friends, I have some friends who live here that go to Banyan Elementary, so it's a lot nicer because now I can walk home or to school with my friends, and I can access school easier now that that's there. And we can be able to go to events and things without my mom saying, okay, I can stay on the sidewalk, but you have to go in the street. That's fun.
Bringing you the best of Rancho Cucamonga with Healthy RC Living, I'm Conchetta DeLuco.